Oh, good morning. I get to be down to Ostler Lakes today to celebrate my son's 42nd birthday. Happy birthday, Riley. And I brought Hank with me so he could have an outing as well. It's good to see ya. Got rained on a little bit, but fortunately I didn't melt. Remember, Hank was getting the little boy, little Alfred, some chicks so he could show a chicken in the fair. Maurice whipped out a pencil and a paper and did some figuring while Slim grinned and Looper scowled, but then Maurice's head came up. "Oh, I guess you got a special baby chick self-waterer." "No, what's wrong with a pie pan?" "Well," Maurice gave his head a sad shake, "sometimes the chicks fall in and drown. I just happen to carry." "How much?" $19.95. Plus tax. It's a dandy. It's a sure thing. "Figure it up," Maurice smiled. "Oh, and we've got liquid vitamins. You put it in their water. You'll sure want those vitamins. Everybody's using them." Looper's face had turned red by this time. What did chickens do for vitamins back when God was raising them? "No vitamins. Figure it up and get out of here." Maurice figured up the bill and handed it to Looper, whose face turned an even deeper shade of red when he saw the total, $87.49. Maurice grinned. "Just make that check out to Happy Chick Cruncho Feeds." Maurice turned to Slim. "A guy never regrets buying the best." Slim nodded and was biting back a smile. "Boy, that's true. If it'd been me, I would have bought them vitamins a whole case." Looper shot him a killer glare, but said nothing. He ripped the check out of his checkbook and thrust it out to Maurice. "Here, I deducted $1.95 for a hardened steel bolt. That's what it cost me at the John Deere place. And the next time you break down, you go somewhere else." Maurice folded the check and slipped it into his front pocket, climbed up into the cab of the grader, pushed his dog out of the seat, waved goodbye. "Betty will have the chicks ready for you. See you at the county fair, Alvin." He slammed the door and revved up the motor and drove off to grade the roads. He seemed proud of himself and appeared to be telling his dog about it. Looper glared at the grader and muttered, "Slim, if you make one smart aleck remark about this, you're fired." Slim just shrugged his shoulders. "I don't know what you're talking about. I think it'll be a great little project for Alvin." Slim hurried into the machine shed, leaving Alfred and Looper alone. Alfred was wearing a puzzled expression. "Dad?" "Yes, son." "How come everybody's calling me Alvin?" Looper looked deeply into his eyes. "They're not very smart. Let's go tell your mother what we've done." And they walked back to the house, leaving me alone to pulverize my breakfast. The next chapter is called Something Strange in Sally Mae's Car. There were parts of that conversation I didn't understand, but one part came through loud and clear. Did you happen to notice that Looper bought the best, most expensive hot-shot feed for Alfred's chickens? Mere birds that nobody had ever laid eyes on? Yet when it came to buying food and nourishment for the elite forces of the security division, oh well, as I've said before, in some ways this is a lousy job. Around 4 o'clock that afternoon, little Alfred skipped out the back door of the house, followed a moment later by Sally Mae. She was carrying baby Molly and wearing a long face. Why is she carrying a long face like this? We'll discover on our next visit. Bye from Ostler Lakes.